Hey everyone, welcome to my garage. In this series, I've showed you how to transform your garage floor and tackle an easy DIY workbench project. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to upcycle a cabinet with just a little bit of love and a lot of color. Here's what you'll need. I've always been a sucker for a great salvage DIY find, and when I spotted this old library cabinet online for the bargain price of $20, I knew that it would be the perfect addition to my garage makeover. I definitely have a bit of a rust issue that I need to take into consideration. The first step in tackling the rust is to actually take off any loose particles that are sitting on the surface. So I'm going to be putting on my trusty mask and using a wire brush. Now that all of the loose rust is off, it's time to actually dig in a little deeper and use a cleaning product to help lift off the rust that's really pitted into the surface. The gel's been sitting for about 10 minutes now, and I can already notice that the rust has really separated off of the surface. Now, the important thing to keep in mind before you start wiping is you can't expect to wipe this to brand new, but as long as we can get the existing rust cleaned off, any of that pitting will now be sealed and the rust will be inhibited from happening again in the future, which is the perfect scenario because it means that the surface will be nice and clean that we can then start priming. Now that I've cleaned every single surface of the metal cabinet with the Must for Rust, I've actually taken one additional step and put on a coat of Gloss Off over every surface as well. Now, Gloss Off essentially works as a liquid sandpaper and gives the perfect adhesive base for the primer to now be applied on. Now, primer is one of those steps that most people want to skip, but I have to say is one of the most important because it gives the perfect middle layer for the paint to adhere to well to make sure that your piece has great longevity. Now, I'm using an all-purpose primer that specifically notes on the can that it works great for metal, so I'm going to give this a quick shake. We'll apply one nice even coat, and as soon as that's dry, I then get to add a splash of color with painter's touch. And that's it! Just because a piece has a little bit of dust or maybe a lot of rust doesn't mean it's not still full of DIY potential. Be sure to check out my other videos on how to create a fun and functional workbench and how to completely transform your garage floor in just a few simple steps. Thanks so much for watching.